Hi everyone, welcome back to the channeling series. And today, um, we are going to talk about law number 10, right? So we are continuing with our series of success, series of laws of success. And today we are on law number 10, which is law of purpose, right? Law of purpose. So I know that when I talk about purpose, right, a lot of people actually get very perplexed, right? They're like, I don't have any purpose, right? And what do I do? And like, if I don't have a purpose, like, am I going to be successful? Remember, we are talking about success, and this is law number 10, right? So a law has gone before this, right? All the laws that we have spoken about, and it's important to work on all of them, all right? Now, think about one single day, okay? And think about you doing something you really enjoy, right? Maybe you were swimming that day, maybe you were painting that day, maybe you were singing that day, maybe you were playing some games that day, and remember, try to remember that day. You probably don't even like realize how fast the day goes, right? Because you're so involved, right? And sometimes you don't even think of it as work, right? Because you're just enjoying yourself. You really like what you're doing, right? So purpose is something in life where it might sound like a big word, right? But it has a lot of depth, right? It is something that really motivates you, it drives you, right? It's that thing that really gives you that meaningful direction in life, right? So it might take some time for you to figure it out, right? And so give yourself that time, okay? You don't have to rush towards it. Sometimes for some folks, they already know, right? They have to fight the world, they have to fight a lot of things to follow that because it's so deep within them that it's a natural thing for them, right? It could be anything, okay? It could be anything. It could be anything that really fulfills you, right? It really touches your heart. It comes, it's your soul. Your soul knows, what it's here for. So, like I said, it gives that deeper meaning in life, right? So, for those of you who are still not sure about it, why, right? My advice to you is to think of it like the various chakras that we have, right? We have these seven chakras: root chakra, sacral, solar, right? Heart, throat, third eye, and so our crown chakra, right? Now, fulfillment is somewhere, here in the upper chakras, right? So, actually, fulfillment, I wouldn't really say that. Even sacral has a part to play. But the point is that in order for you to come to your purpose, you have to be very, very, very clear in your root. You have to be very stable at your root, right? Only when you're at this, you're stable at your root chakra. And root chakra is all about money, your basic needs, fulfillment, roti kapda makan, like I say, like the basics, like you have clothes to wear, you have a place to stay, you have food to eat, right? Basic necessities are all met. Only when that is stable can you think of a purpose, right, in life. Otherwise, your purpose is survival. If you're still surviving in the root chakra, that's why a lot of folks are like, I don't know what my purpose is, right? I have to like pay my bills. So this means you're in your root chakra, right? Now, then if you're still wondering what the purpose is, right? Then there are three things that you need to first focus on. Number one, and by the way, just because you doesn't mean that you only have one purpose. Your purposes can also keep changing in different areas, different seasons of your life, right? Sometimes it can be something, it could be, I don't know, building a school, then it could be like building a garden, then it could be like, fitness, it could be anything. It could be varied. It doesn't have to be carved in a particular um, size or shape or whatever. No, it can be anything, right? And it can change. So, whatever it is, and if you're still figuring it out, the first thing to figure or to understand your purpose is to, number one, help yourself. Your first purpose for everyone, even if you guys are aware of your purpose, even if you know you have 100 purposes, if you're not helping your own self, right? If you're not living your life for yourself, if you're not giving yourself what you deserve, if you're not loving yourself, if you're not respecting yourself, if you're not nurturing yourself, right? Then anything you do beyond that is only going to go till that a certain point, and then it's going to crumble, right? So the first purpose should always be you, right? You, your root chakra, making it stable. And only when your cup is full, right, it'll overflow. People around you, your loved ones will start getting that love, right? And then eventually it'll just spread, right? That love will spread, that energy will spread. So your first purpose is to take care of yourself, and then of course everybody around you, and then it took, it's just a ripple effect. Everybody's then gets to share that love, right? That the money, security, everything, right? Whatever it takes to for you to take care of yourself, right? So when we move from the root to the crown and we take care of every part of ourselves, eventually this law of purpose will actually activate that meaningful direction in your life, which will then lead to success, right? And actually when you start, the whole process of starting in itself will actually activate the energy of success in your life, right? So I hope law number 10 made sense. I will be back tomorrow with law number 11. That'll be the last one. And then we move on to maybe another series. I will see you all tomorrow. Till then, signing off, Anisha. That's from Zarya Healings.